Hey guys, Duane here. Welcome to Coffee with Duane. This is a dream report. When I have a really vivid dream and I remember it the next day, I make notes. I find dreams fascinating because it feels like I actually went somewhere. Okay? Maybe it's just me. But I'm going to give you a quick recap of the last 8 dreams I've had over the last couple of months. First one, sourcing at the city dump. Now, when people sell on eBay and Poshmark and other platforms do it regularly, you have to source, which means going out and finding things to sell. Okay, that's called sourcing. My favorite place to source is estate sales, because usually everything in the house is for sale. Okay, a lot of stuff in one place, and it's usually really good stuff. Like, in contrast, yard sales, a lot of time it's junk, it's broken things, games and puzzles that are missing pieces, just junk. But at estate sales, this is the way that people lived, and this stuff is usually good stuff, okay? Anyway, so I go to a lot of estate sales, and to get the best chance of getting good stuff, I'm usually the first or second person there, and we stand in line sometimes for an hour or more until the estate sale opens, because they're, at least around here, the estate sales are very rigid about their time opening hours. Okay, if they open at 8, they don't let you come in at 7:30. Okay, so anyway, so I spend a lot of time standing in front of estate sales waiting for them to open, talking to other resellers, and just killing time waiting for the sale to open. Okay, in this dream, I was standing in line waiting for the city dump to open. And there were other resellers there. The people I knew, people I've talked to before, were there, standing there, waiting for the city dump to open so we could find things to sell on eBay. I don't know why. Next dream. I have frequent dreams where I'm working at a job, which is, I think, kind of interesting, kind of fascinating, because I've been retired for a year and a half now. And anyway, so in this dream, I was working for the fire department. I wasn't an actual fireman. My job was to go to homes and businesses and replace the smoke alarm batteries, and in some cases replace light bulbs. And I just wear a button-up shirt and nice pants, and I had a list. They gave me a list of addresses to go to. If I went to somebody's home, it was a courtesy. It was for free. We didn't charge them for the light bulbs or the smoke detector batteries. And I had a couple different ladders in the fire department issued truck that they let me drive. And when I went to a business like a restaurant or an office building or whatever to replace the smoke alarm batteries or light bulbs, we didn't charge them for the service. We just charged them for the batteries and the light bulbs. I don't believe there is such a job, and I have no idea. No idea where that dream came from. Next dream. Fight at a bus stop. Now, I never ride the bus. The only time I have ridden the bus in the last several years is to go to the county fair. The county fair around here is a big deal, and it's once a year, and they have specified part of the bus transit fleet to take, strictly all they do is take people to the fair and back, okay? I don't know how many buses, but if you go to a specific location, you can get on the bus and you can ride it to the fair for free. And you can ride it back home for free. And the buses are constantly going. Like every 30 minutes, there's a bus. There's a bus. There's a bus. Okay. That's the only time I ride the bus. In this dream, I was at a bus stop waiting for the bus. I don't know why. I don't know if I was going to the fair or what. But anyway, I was at the bus stop. And I see there's a couple people waiting, and then there's somebody approaching the bus stop, and for some reason there are people following him trying to pick a fight with him, like shoving him, calling him names, and all that. And there were like 4 or 5 people bullying this man, and so I can't just sit there. I got up and I started yelling at them. And they're like, "Oh, you want a piece of this?" I guess I do. So there was a very quick fight. The leader of the group, the one that was being the most aggressive and the most obnoxious, gets in my face and boom! One hit, I knocked him out. That was the end of the dream. Another dream, buying a castle. My wife and I were with a realtor, and we were house hunting, but not just houses. We were looking at castles in our area. There aren't any that I know of, but in this dream, we were looking at castles, shopping castles, ready to buy a castle if we find one we liked. I don't know why. Next dream. I had a mouse, a pet mouse named Blue, and the mouse's fur was blue. And I remember thinking, that's an odd colored mouse. But then I rationalized that, yeah, that's just the breed. It's just a blue mouse. And I named him Blue. Next dream. In this dream, I was a janitor at a big office building that had an elevator. And there were several janitors because there were several floors. It was a big building. I don't know what number floor I was on, but I was cleaning this one floor. The elevator is the weird part. The elevator buttons, you know, there's usually a round button like this big that you push to call the elevator up or down. The buttons on this elevator were 12 by 12 stainless steel buttons. A big square button. And I remember cleaning the buttons because they get fingerprints. Next dream. I had 5 Cha-Chings one night while I was sleeping. On my phone, when you sell on eBay, you put the eBay app on your phone, and when somebody buys something, your phone goes cha-ching, like a cash register. So you know you sold something. So you know it's time to box it up and ship it out. Okay? Quite often when I'm sleeping, My phone is next to my bed because I plug it in to charge it overnight. I know some people say, no, you shouldn't do that, but whatever. So I was sleeping and I heard my phone go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching 5 times. 5 sales, just one after the other, after another, after another. I've never had so many sales that close together. And I didn't check my phone. I remember smiling. Wow, 5 sales. And went back to sleep. In the morning, I woke up. I'm like, hey, I had 5 sales. I remember. Check my phone. Nothing. Fire up the desktop computer. Go to eBay. I had no sales. It was a dream. Last dream that I'm going to share with you. I had a friend named Mike. We worked together when we were, like in the mid to late 1990s. I worked in the accounting office of a Ford dealership, and Mike worked in the parts department. And we got to be friends, and he was a neat guy. He was about 10 years older than me, and maybe more than that. Anyway, he was older than me. But we got to be friends, and he was very, very well educated. He had a degree in marketing, and he was very intelligent, very what do you call it? Class A, everything in its place, very organized. And anyway, but for some reason he moved away. I'm not sure how long we haven't worked together, but he moved away, but we stayed in touch via email. We would email each other occasionally, and this is what I'm up to, and how you doing, that sort of thing. And he moved closer to Seattle. And after he retired, we still stayed in touch, but twice while he was away from home shopping or whatever, his house was broken into and things were stolen and broken. And the second time it happened, he was just depressed and done with it. And I told him, you should move here. There's very little crime here. And it's a nice area. There's very little snow. It's more deserty in this part of Washington. And so anyway, so he moved to Washington in my neighborhood, bought a house, and we stayed friends. We would go to lunch about once a month, and we still stayed in touch through email. Okay. Anyway, he died like 2 or 3 years ago. It was quite old, but anyway, I think he was 77 when he died. So I kind of miss him, and he was he was a friend for a long time. Anyway, in this dream, I was working in some type of office building, and I had an office, and Mike had an office. His office was next to mine. Okay, I don't know what our job was. Don't even know what kind of company it was, but we were working together in the same company, offices next to each other. And in this dream, I went to his office because it was lunchtime. Asked him if he wanted to go to lunch. It was his birthday. And he's like, sure. gets up, we're walking out, and that's all I remember. Weird, huh? Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace out.